Yeah, and a lot of the clock actually run down already here as two more members of Guild are going to drift through. Coldamenta just walking through here outside Shower is going to get picked off. Pora. Good for another here. It's just going to be, you have to resort to walking through short here. And you already hear it there, 30 seconds remaining. A lot for Guild to do here to try and recover this pistol round.
Yeah, that double stack towards Showers is going to be horrible to try and clear. And again, if you've got that one player just sat towards the box, it's not going to be pleasant by any means. And, well, Leo's found aim DLL, so maybe there's a little bit of room to work, but rotations are coming in and the spike's yet to go down. I'm curious if that can be achieved safely. Swing towards CT gets handled by Aslan, and now Trex left in the 1v3. Spots the first. Good clear up by BBL. Godman's still got a molly, if I'm not mistaken, as well, so
it's just
keep
got
that in
down
mind.
now.
There it is. Time is going to be bought. Now, Pora's not stopping. Someone check on this. Someone check on this. Oh, God, I meant to thank the heavens above. And it's still going to be messy. And you look at what's remaining. Kushner, he was the man who had to back away almost initially from this. Didn't quite find the shots looking back through, so he might get that backstab, but it depends on timing. BBL now going to make their first step towards the site. Kushner with a great start towards Leo, but they've got to clear more, and they've got to do it quite quickly. Kushner up to the task to find two. And now the smoke's in place, and that, well, the diffuser did get denied. That's Kushner gone. Now Turco's going to try and pick up the mantle, and Aslan's trying to hold this down. The smoke is still in place. The spray's there, and it's not hitting it. They are not hitting the mark.
Oh, he's got it!
He got him, enter. He's caught him. Towards coming on along. Now, Pora, if he clears safe diligently, that could have been a different outcome, but it's not to be. So, yes, they have the side. The underhand flash could be good. Leo just going to put himself on the line. Coldamenta's going to invest the ult, and by this point, Mikey feels like the time's almost gone. They're trying, but look at the plant.
I mean, it's
to do. They have to try and disrupt Guild, but Trex, all too aware, going to be good for the trade. And that reveals what they're up to. Now, again, though, Guild haven't quite progressed towards site. We're not into the post plant yet. And Coldamenta looking to maybe resecure this side of the map, because while we know that Turco's backed away, but obviously he is completely unaware of that fact.
Well, ideally, I mean, they need to finish towards A to prevent this res coming through. And whether or not they can retrieve the weapon here and mark it. You see the Vandal line on the ground there. Whether or not Aslan's actually going to stick around. Needs to get the res ahead of this hit coming towards B site, though. I mean, Turco needs to be screaming this information that they can go for the res.
Ult? Oh, this could be huge. It's commit or wait, and they've isolated one.
Though.
Oh, that could have been such a moment for them. Kushner's done well to find Leo, and this has bought enough time for Kushner to come through. Off the back of the ult, he comes in, he takes a TP, and he's going to just collect. The spike's lost. This is a great round for BBL and a very necessary one. And this should be done.
What can BBL get done?
Oh, Leo's still in the smoke, though. He's still playing in the ult itself. The tap on the spike, but no commitment, of course. MDLL gets the reveal. He's actually going to find Russ, but look at the lockdown. Safe and Leo still being so diligent towards that spike plant. And now it's just Safe, and he can do no more, but time is going to be a factor. As he looks around for the side, he's got it. Pora's gone. Were able to convert, was just off the pistol as well. Kushner.
No, wait,
Kushner! They literally run over here. Gonna come in, they get dealt with quite quickly, and Pora's left it's struggling. And Aslan's not in a better position. Oh, but look at the spike. It's with Coldamenta. Coldamenta could be dead. Okay, there's still a big road to recovery here for BBL after what was a really foul loss on B. And it's the couple of kills they just had. 13 seconds. They want to buy time. Turco going to put down the molly. He's just trying to buy a couple of seconds. Kushner on the case, and Turco's there.
I'm out of stuff.
Flash going to go. Dog exchange. Pora still has vision. Still able to find Safe, but a good trade out for Guild. Finding too quickly back, but bear in mind there is still time for these post plants, and that's what we're waiting on. How do you clear that back line?
MDL sent the second snake by as well.
Viper and with someone like Brimstone, how are you going to get past this? Russ already goes down, and the trades are not good enough here. Trex. I mean, excuse me? What are you doing? What are you? Surely not. Surely there's no time.
He's not got it.
Okay. Right, there's the flash. But I'm curious how they intend to clear someone like Coldamenta well. I guess you can just put it
ahead of the wall
for now. And there it is. You can't clear Coldamenta if no one's going to be coming up towards short. He gets carte blanche on this. Now, Plant goes in, but the other three are going to be harder to find. Coldamenta now gets checked on, and the timing. Aslan, great work from him to be able to clear that so diligently. A little bit of, timing on his side, but you take it when you get given it. Flashes are plenty for Russ. And the molly comes in.
I still see 2 snake bites as well, Lauren.
Yeah. This would be hard.
Effective.
Gotta wait to see if they come out to play.
Oh, hang on.
This is making me nervous because it's on halfway. All about to break. And AIM-DLL and Safe up against each other, but time now. The spike did get to halfway. Keep that in the back of your mind, but AIM-DLL needs to play this to the second this time. Tap on the spike is done. Safe.
No.
Valiant attempt.
Outside.
They've got to win one of these fights. That's how you do it, I guess. And the spike is out the side of it, so you're right in noting it, but again, look at the lineups. AIM-DLL are going to find Leo, and it's Russ with the shutdown, going to find two right back, and he's going to be called a mentor on the defuse. Oh, and the other two was sat slightly deeper. I guess Leo's leant forward, but the wall's going to keep them pretty much somewhat safe from everything excluding that. TP taken. That's a spike on the way. And look at Russ. He's going to catch the cross. It's huge positioning. A quick flash to follow. He knows there's more, but he doesn't overpeak. Great work, and it buys time for rotations. Oh, Brimmy's going to be towards CT, but Turco, big pickup that alleviates some of the problems. Now, the Molly did go in, but there's 12 seconds. Is there time to be bought here? They're going to be scolded on the way out. 8 seconds now. Forrest cleared Cold Mentor. Leo has to play this just right. 4 seconds, and they're going to try and get that plant down. Turco desperate for this. And the spike's planted, but oh, Gil just about in the right places there. That was a scramble.
Oh, he's going somewhere.
Not where it wanted to be.
30 seconds left.
Oh, it's fumbly. Trex is on the case though, quite fortunately for Guild's sake, because that was a problem.
Oh no, Trex.
Man, this is horrible to watch. And Safe's just he's in no man's land. He's got Leo eventually coming over, but he's not that close. Now Rush is on a bit of a lurk, but again, how do you clear these close positions? Safe's fallen. It's pretty much on Russ and Leo to do something unheard of here. No, Turco's all too aware of this.
Probably going to swing onto him.
There should be a lot of players noted, so they should respond swiftly to this. Trek's going to try and get over there quick. You got two players just instantly putting bodies ideally into the right place, but keep in mind the BBL have players here, right? Gunned up, absolutely fine. Leo's done well. Leo's the only one with that rifle, so if he doesn't find it, I don't know who will, and he's putting up a damn good go of it.
Oh. Shortly here, but two flashes from Pora coming through. Safe actually good for the first here. Going to be able to slow down this Showers push.
I mean, I feel like we haven't seen Guild get that first pick on this half once. The trade, you should have still got Cold Dementor. The trade did come out, obviously, with the molly there. He stood and burned to death, but it's put finally
The timing
with
of
a
the
player
no command
advantage.
actually stopped him from putting the Viper's Pit down.
That's huge. This could change the outcome. And Leo's just trying to play his life as well. Sits somewhat safe. 14 seconds. There is no comfort to be found here.
10 seconds left.
The spike has to go down, and you can see it just rifled out. Flash comes in. 5 seconds. They swing together. Turco does well, but it's safe to just reign supreme. Eventually, what if they do decide to commit to this and don't clear it again? Again, baited in, safe, just played in by Rust, and he needs to stand, he needs to deliver, and safe! He's done exactly as required, as requested, and is needed for Guild to make it to 12. It's OT. Because you are not thinking about this spot yet. You are not thinking about the... Leo turned for it. He didn't quite get it in time, and Pora does punish. Now the post plants feel anything other than safe. The Seeker's going to come out, though, and keep Pora at least tamed for now. He's tucked in the corner. That could have been punished, but it wasn't. Rust with a follow-up eventually does catch him. And the swing towards CT, Safe finds Kushner just eyeing up the site. Game back on in a 3v2. Aslan and AIM-DLL, though, clutch as they can be. Rust is hitting that form, finding the shots that he needed that were lacking throughout some of this game. Punished by AIM-DLL, though. 20 HP and 2 players. And a spike that's now smothered in flames. And he gets caught. No
Trex.
one checking on you. Trex... Drex dead. Drex is long dead. Put in the grave, the spray. Rust is good for it. Keeps this tamed, but they have lost Drex, and that is something we've gotten used to seeing. And now you're going to need some heroics from 2 of the players who are on the site if you're a Guild fan, if you want it done now. Rust does well. He's starting to activate in OT. He wasn't finding his impact before, but he's found it now. And Guild out of nowhere put just Turco alive. And this is heartbreak for BBL, because this game looked like it was all theirs, Mike. But no one overextending just yet to punish. They have already crossed through on CT, and well, Leo and Cold Dementor are going to keep their lives. And actually, the spacing on this isn't ideal. They're going to be able to find a couple of fights on this, but luckily for BBL, fortunately for them, they do get to clean up the back of Boathouse and at least facilitate the spike plant now.
Spike planted.
I'm not entirely sure of the delay in terms of reinforcements coming back through from spawn there, but nonetheless, the paranoia will be invested here, I guess, to be the cornerstone of this retake, but no initial follow-up on it, so A couple of these angles going to present themselves. Leo finds one. Aslan will respond.
Great little angle from Aslan there. Going to find safe.
Last player
Time
standing.
looking good for BBL here. Leo not going to be able to convert much.
From Guild.
No, bear in mind the two players already slipped back towards side. Trex is a bit of a limited time span on how long he can stay there, but he does grab one way. No one checked the back of Boathouse. Risto is still open to it in the swing. The timing's so good. Leo finding two here. Oh, the third. The frenzy is on fire. And AIM-DLL's kicking himself. The timing on that crunch to pull the attention back was perfect. Tries to isolate the fight towards Codamenta, but time's the bigger factor for him. 10 seconds. He's got to get a wiggle on.
10 seconds
And
left.
oh, the time is being played with here. Toying with their food. AIM-DLL still dangerous, but the time has given them such an advantage. Good fight on the first. And now for Codamenta, just has to play his life. Would love to get the punish at the end. Maybe even get that little upgrade if he could. Not going to be slightly divided from the others. Going to invest the owl drone. Still think about the positioning. AIM-DLL puts himself in the smoke. Beautiful work from AIM-DLL. Denying two, and Codamenta just trying to buy time for the reload. Aslan's going to trace him down, and BBL holding this so far. Just Leo and Trex still standing. Trex does well to find Aslan. But it's time, and time has always been the factor to this. And they can do damage, but the time has started to dwindle, and Leo, great work, but I doubt Pora's going to give this one away. Absolutely not. Stand and face the music as BBL answer right back in.
Finds this kill. It's the Hunter's Fury removed. It's actually going to
There it
find
is.
this. The lockdown, very effective in this scenario.
And instantly invested. They've got to somehow get past this. Codamenta's gone down. Leo's still on the defensive duties to take down AIM-DLL. But again, while this stands, there are problems aplenty, and Russ is punishing. Aslan tries to get out of there. And well, it's going to be on Pora with 12 HP towards the back of the site, and Leo's punished him. And duty, and you've got Codamenta seeing slightly further tucked in towards Shaw. Now, Leo's only going to trade out 1-for-1, but it's Pora to punish towards Russ.
Wow.
Leaving Codamenta very much alone. And even with all that insight and knowledge of what was coming their way, they still fumble the bag. BBL are on the site now. Can't yet go down. Now it will. The HP is low. Turco a little lower. Pora and Aslan both tagged up, but not an easy site to be clearing. Poke invested coming down from Codamenta, and that just whizzed by. Safe gonna go for the rifle instead and hope for the best. Trex gonna play finding Aslan, and Guild pull off the retake. It was systematic in the end. Codamenta getting real close to the point of no return, and I mean,
Trade from
facilitates a trade. It's not the end of everything, but now with the lockdown coming through, Safe has to now look for other options to maybe catch this cross because his teammates are in trouble. And you're right, Safe's gone down, Leo's gone down, and Trex can barely make it away.
Ooh, just missing the lineup there. Russ could have been rewarded. Another to deal with close by.
Player standing.
Aslan actually
Good read.
with the pre-fire.
Yeah, it was just on the edge. I feel as though he would have had that otherwise. You could see the potential to it, but there's the exchange of the ultimates coming through. Trex does find AIM-DLL. Pora trying to dip down towards Hell, but he's going to be overwhelmed. It's a 1-for-1 trade out, and now look at what remains. It's Turco, and there's so many bodies in the way. Is there any heroics that he could pull? No. Right, not an easy task now. On the trades. Guild backs to the wall, but still just fine. Codamenta able to do the damage on such dire HP, but it's AIM-DLL 1v3, not going to be allowed to go down.
I was gonna say,
Tommy's
might
gone.
put his life on the line, but ho, ho, ho.
You needed one of those for a...
30 seconds
Need a couple
left.
more of those if he wants to dig back in.
Because now you look at the next layer to this, it gets harder to clear. But look at the wrap coming out as well. Kushina doing nice work here, but Leo going to put his life on the line. Almost just holding the line as well. Overwhelmed, timing. Does he get away? He has to keep his life.
How?
I have no idea. 10 HP. Ugh, I don't know how he's standing in this. His teammates are falling like flies, but it finally goes down. And BBL work it back in. Brilliant.
Or something.
Well, it's gone poorly to begin with. AIM-DLL spammed out. Yeah, this is good positioning from Guild. Sadly unable to find much here. BBL. Comfort for Guild.
Yeah, that is rough as well, because those sorts of setups with Killjoy, it's in this round where
Flash through the smoke and away we go. Turco waiting, and yeah. Easy work on Russ, who looked just straight up AFK. BBL fully aware of the plan. You could see the fact-finding missions going on towards that A site as well in the meantime, which just allowed for this deeper hold. And Leo's found AIM-DLL. 13 seconds, it shouldn't be a problem. And Leo left in the 1v2, a 1v1 on the site. 7 seconds, he's got to make this kill happen now.
he's got it.
He's got a plant, Mike.
10 seconds for the recon as well.
This shouldn't have happened. By no means, this should have happened. 5 bullets. He's hit that reload pretty quick. And Pora.
You got to shoot this recon, Pora. It will save your life. Actually, not going to be invested here for the wall bang.
Okay, there it is. Recon goes in.
It's for sight though. He's gonna know. Leo
Yeah.
knows he's got a bit of space to work with.
Okay. Pora gonna start working forward. And now, Pora. And you can see Russ waiting patiently. Yusha's found safe in the meantime.
Russ is pinged.
Oh, dearie me. It's all starting to fall like a house of cards. Yusha
Yusha.
dives in, punishing Trex. And Gil ability early on fall away because this looks pasty, but the blender.
Rush, you're dead. Chance to be rezzed.
Not pretty. But you're right. But Yusha's positioning really nice. Falls away from the initial angle, but the double dip on it. Maybe a little too brazen as Leo's going to punish him as Guild's still going to try and power through on this one. They've got the control they need. The res looking near on impossible, but Pora, the shot is stunning. Leo's gone down.
Spike planted.
No 1v2 for himself.
Last player standing.
And he's found one backside. Menta caught in no man's land.
It's such a good read.
He's noted where safe is. This is huge from Pora. He is playing this perfectly, but only 4 bullets in the mag to play with. He's trying to bait the sound of the drop. Safe didn't quite fall for it on the first try. Now a tap on the spike. He spotted the player out to the classic. It's all he's got left. And Safe tries to close it, and he does. And do anything. He's the man you want to do it. He's actually double dipping on this and still takes down Menta. Safe good for it, even on that 5 HP that he had at the start on the crunch towards A. But there's still 2 players here, tucked towards the door. But we know that it is Sheriff's. And the attention goes towards Rust, but Rust loses. And that's huge. Look at the crossfire they can set up now. If Aslan can play his life, this is massive. Oh, BBL, a larger in charge. Leo is still doing what he can, though. If there's only one man standing, you would want it to be Leo right now, but he needs this more than ever as Pora on the other side. Still going to be a problem. Spots out aim DLL, expects the swing from Heaven, but it's not there just yet. Fuck's behind the generator, 2 towards Heaven. Can he find these individually? Surely not. Spots 1, takes it. Leo now, given another chance. He takes it. Stop giving Leo chances. He doesn't need the help of the 2 clutch players. Now fighting it out is Leo this time.
No!
Because that's where he was. A quick adjustment up Cat. He's going to try and find the fight towards top mid, which he's won. Massive. Leo's gone down. The raid boss is defeated. Safe's gone down as well. There's still hope here for BBL. 2 more players to find. Russ and Trex. Spike is down and the divide's there. Trex, though! Still good for 2. Russ on the site. He's...
The line of actually going to come through. Pora gets blinded. What is that nano swarm?
That combo is sickening. And Russ has punished aim DLL. Do they know about Fuchsia? They do now. He reveals it. He shows his hand. He finds 1. Oh, couldn't work it out on the second few. And now the 2v2. Turco and Aslan up against Menta and Russ. Spike to be planted, and Menta needs to be near enough Ico to try and bail him out. It doesn't need the help. Russ is good for it. And now it's all on Turco. A 1v2 to seal the deal. 8 HP is all that's left in Menta to get across the line. Mike, it's a 13-10, it's a 2-0, but this game was so close.
I mean, it almost doesn't do it justice.